It's that special time of year again. It's that time where I take out my old broken microphoned camera, that's the word, and tell you my impressions and favorite games of the 2015 season. And boy, was it an interesting year. A lot of very good games came out. A lot of shit ones, too. But we're not focusing on the shit ones. We're focusing today on the ones that I want to play, but didn't get to play. Yes! Today, Internet, is the top 7 games of 2015 that I did not play, but I really wanted to. Now, the reason why I'm shortening the list from 10 to 7 is because, well, a lot of the games I wanted to play, I played. And it's also why I'm lengthening the list of the top 5 to a top 7 tomorrow. So, yay for numbers. Yay for good games. But let's get on to it with my list. I have it right here, and we're going to start talking about it. But first, though, I do have the honorable mentions / rehashes from last year that I started last year so that we can, continue that little tradition. For the rehashes from last year to now, we have, of course, the games that are still on my radar, still I want to play, but have been in, development, early access, purgatory kind of thing. And really haven't changed much, but I'm still waiting for them to be finished so I can get them. On that list is Subnautica, which is coming along beautifully. I did think they would come out this year, but they're still working on it. But, that's fine. Next year, it can probably be in my top 5 or something. Maybe. We'll see. We also have Stonehearth. That came back on my radar because last year I said that, all the information that I was, looking at kind of just fell off the face of the earth, and really I wasn't looking hard enough. So they're still being worked on. More updates are coming out. It's in early access now on Steam and whatnot, so I'm still waiting for that to be finished. Hopefully that comes out next year, and, I have a good time with it. And, of course, we have Hellraid. The joke of this entire, the joke of that entire game is going to be me every year having it on this list. And it just never comes out. It's like, 2017, Hellraid! Where the fuck is it? I know it's in kind of a purgatory, they're not working on it kind of state anymore, but they were doing well with it. I know they're working... What's the game they're working on? They're working on... no, it's not... I know they were worked on Dying Light. They're working on that other game that came out that didn't really... Dead Island! They're working on Dead Island 2, but they kind of stopped working on Dead Island 2, and then they stopped working on Hellraid. It's a little weird and in the fuzzy territory, but it's still on my radar, and I definitely want to play it. Along with the Monster Hunter Online MMO. Recently, I did some research on that to, bolster out the list to figure out what's going on with that, and I get a lot of mixed signals. A lot of the announcements and stuff were from early this year, and then some of the new stuff is from, closer to now and stuff. There's an open beta going on, but it's only in the East, so you need a certain, thing to get in it, and then there's all sorts of... a lot of things you have to do. My hands don't know what to do with them either. A lot of things that are going on. Tellings of people saying it's good, people saying it's fucked, people saying, it's okay. I really don't know what to, believe. And I'm just waiting for it to come out here in the West for the international release. Which, good news, it will be! At least what I heard, at least what I read. Of course, that could be in that misinformation thing. So, honestly, it's the most gray area of games on this list. And, I still want to play it, but I have no fucking clue what's happening with it. One game that I did get to play this year that was on my list last year was Sunless Sea. Now, I did play that, and I wanted to do videos for the channel, and I made some videos, but it didn't turn out really well. Kind of very slow. It's a very slow game, not really... The videos didn't come out well. It's a fun game, and I really still need to sink my teeth into that world and, you know, figuring out how it works, being that it's kind of a soft permadeath kind of thing, which I'm really good at. I like the soft permadeath things where you have to learn the world so that the next time you play, you do better. But, you know, it's just, I've got a lot of other games that I do that with Binding of Isaac and a few others that are escaping me. Actually, probably it's just Binding of Isaac, but I can't remember the rest of them. Anyway, Sunless Sea is still good, but, you know, it's not going to be, you know, the big thing on the channel anymore. That's Bloodborne. No. No. That's a whole bunch of other stuff we're going to talk about in my year-end vlog, which will be coming up in a bit, which I'll probably record later today, which will come out in a couple days. You don't have to worry about it. Just be patient. It'll come. Alright, now that that's out of the way, my honorable mentions / rehashes, we have the list to get to. Now, being that I said earlier that I did play a lot of the games I wanted to play. So the list of 10 didn't come out to be 10, actually, because in the past it's been like a few more than 10. Now I had to shorten it down, and it is the 7. The top 7 games of 2015 I did not play because they are either in development and I want them to finish, or they're not out yet, and then Hal starts piping up because he's like that nowadays. I don't know why. I cleaned him out and everything. He should be really nice and, you know, not overheating and doing its thing. Anyway, that's something else entirely. Let's get on to the list, shall we? Top 10 games I want to play. I didn't get to play of whatever. The number 7 slot is, unsurprisingly, Alan Wake 2. Now, this game, Alan Wake, that game, ooh, I love that game. That game is really, really fun. And you'd think Alan Wake 2 would be higher on the list. Well, it would be if I knew anything about how it would be. See, since there's so little, like, minor bites of information that are not out about this game, I don't know if it'll be good. If it'll turn out to be American Horror Story or American Nightmare, whichever one. The offshoot of Alan Wake that apparently wasn't that good. I might want to play that someday, though. But, you know, I'll figure it out later. But as for now, Alan Wake 2 is on the number 7 slot, because I had to remember numbers. Hopefully next year, when I get more information, it'll either climb up to be number 1, or it'll be on my top 5 games. Who knows? But until then, it'll be right there on the 7th slot on this list. On the 6th slot is Until Dawn. That was a surprise to many gamers, to many people, on how wonderful that game is. I do not have a PS4. I might get one if Bloodborne still doesn't come to PC. It will, though. I know it will. Fucking know it will. But until then, Until Dawn will be on the... Probably I'll never play this game, but I'm really excited if I do. Game to play. The story of these wonderful drunk... wonderful... Maybe drunk. Some of them might have turned drunk. No, I don't think they all went drunk. Let's skip the drunk phase and move on to the sex craze. 20-year-olds that are... Really, the story just... so good. If I went into this game blind, if I didn't know about the game, I probably wouldn't have, A, gotten it, because there was so little information put out about when it was released. But, if this would be a game that I would have put on the channel for the whole darker, creepier, really good storytelling, I can do whatever the fuck I want and kill whoever the fuck I want kind of game. It would have been great. But I can't play it. So, it's going to be on the number 6 slot, because what a wonderful game it is, but what an unfortunate platform it was on. If it does come out to PC, don't think it will, though. This one, I'm not really sure it'll come out on PC. But if it does, I may get it and play it myself. But we'll see. But until then, number 6, it will stay. On the 5 slot, we have a game thanks to my friend Harry. Not that he recommended it, but he has gotten me on the Games Workshop / Warhammer kick. I've played a few Warhammer games this year, from Vermintide to Blood Bowl 2 to... What I want to play, being that on the number 5 slot, is Mordheim, City of the Damned. Now, this game puts the whole, end times setting of Warhammer with the whole permadeath survival thing, which I really like, with the darker tones, which I really like, and the whole, turn-based strategy kind of stuff, which I really like, and the, oh shit, you fucked up, now half your party's dead, but you've got a few more kind of things. Kind of like what happened in this War of Mine, but, more fantasy kind of thing, and, possibly, unlike this War of Mine, more choices to be made. Look, I loved this War of Mine, but it wasn't as random as I wanted it to be. Mordheim, or is it Morheim? It's Mordheim. Okay, it has a D in it. Shows you how much I want to play that game. No, Mordheim is, I think, more randomly generated than this War of Mine was. While I did enjoy this War of Mine, Mordheim is much more fantasy, much more strategy, and, I like strategy. I like darker strategies, and I'm really excited to play it next year, because hopefully my lunch doesn't come back on me. No, hopefully, it was in early access for a little while, and now it's out, I believe. So I may get to play it early next year to mid, whatever, but it's definitely something I really want to play. Number 4 is another game that came out of left field this year. It's still in early access, so that's why I haven't gotten it. It is LEGO Worlds. Now, there are many LEGO games that have come out that let you build things, but they're very, the PC games back in the day that let you kind of build things, where they had, a set amount of bricks and the set landscape and stuff. But with LEGO Worlds, there's a whole LEGO world to explore, and you can maybe build anything. Maybe you'll have that one part that, creates something. My hope is that when the game is finished, it'll have basically every single LEGO that has been made and manufactured, from the 1-1 blocks to the 2-6 blocks. No, it's not. 2x8 blocks. To, I don't know, even that one weird wing-shaped thing that was only in that one LEGO set, but God, it was really cool looking kind of thing. I want that in that world. If they don't give me that, that's fine. I have plans for that game when it is fully finished, but until then, I want the game to be done. Unlike when I wanted Minecraft when it was still in development, LEGO Worlds is one of those games where I'd like to play it when it's all encompassed in one. It should be a really interesting game for me because of the creativeness and how much I do love LEGO, even though I haven't played with them in such a long time. But again, I have plans for that game when it's finished. They're interesting plans, and hopefully you'll enjoy them when I finally get to play that game. But that is number 4. Yes, number 4. Number 3 is yet another game that I did not think I would want to play, but oh god, Blizzard got their claws in me again this year, and probably again next year. Not that I'm complaining, though. I'm very excited. Overwatch! Hopefully, when that comes out, I will get it and play it and have so much fun with my friends. Basically, I want this game to be what TF2 wasn't for me. Where I've started to not enjoy TF2 for a myriad of reasons. One of which being that I'm not good at it, others being that if I want to be good at it, I have to have certain weapons to actually be better than other people that have those weapons. And of course, you know, I don't have nice hats. It's all about the hats. But in Overwatch, you have set characters, unlike a weapon system like TF2 has. The set characters and their abilities would be much more easier to understand and how to counter, unlike the bullshit that sometimes happens in TF2 and being bogged down by so many turrets. So many turrets. There's always a counter in Overwatch, whereas if some team has you pinned down and stuff, just switch to a different character and you're fine. Whereas in TF2, you may switch to a different character, you're still fucked. Because you don't either have the right weapon equipment, or the other team is better than you, or you're just shit at the game, and I don't enjoy TF2 anymore. But hopefully Overwatch fixes that. But I do have my restraints on Overwatch. Hopefully, next year I can get myself into its closed, or if it ever goes open, beta. I want to try it before I buy it, kind of thing. When it was possibly free-to-play, kind of in that hazy area where everyone thought it would be, I was like, yeah, no, I'll install it, I'll try it out, and if I love it, I will play it. But now that it's like a $40 buy-in, I'm a little bit more hesitant, being that, you know, it turned out, even though I did enjoy TF2 at the start, you know, went downhill from there. So hopefully I get into a beta of Overwatch, play it, try it out, see if I like it. It's in a fluctual state for me on if I'm really excited to play it or not. But every time I see gameplay footage or the characters, I just want to get my hands on it and just play the game and enjoy it. And from the utmost joy that people have said they get from it, I just want that joy. That's simple. I just want to have fun and enjoy the game. And that's why it's on the number 3 slot. From the number 1 spot of last year, down a step, is Bloodborne at number 2, with the Old Hunters DLC. Simply marvelous. And again, though, it's a PS4 exclusive. I really don't think it will. I want it to come to the PC. I want it to come to the freaking PC. That game is everything I enjoy in just the detail of the dark Victorian stuff to the very fast combat with the Dark Souls, you know, kind of death thing. Look, I really enjoy Dark Souls, and just having a faster Dark Souls, that's my thing. I like dodging. I don't use shields. I like dodging things. So yeah, Bloodborne 2, Bloodborne 2? Oh god. Bloodborne is the number 2 spot because one thing certain, even if it doesn't come to the PC, the number 1 spot this year will be coming to the PC. So that is why my number 1 spot this year is Dark Souls 3. Now, Dark Souls 3. I've seen gameplay footage. I'm trying to not see a lot of gameplay footage, but I've seen gameplay footage, and it looks beautiful. And it looks brilliant, and it's just Dark Souls with a bit of Bloodborne in it, and it's going to be the final Dark Souls, and I want to go completely blind. I want to play that game completely blind, unlike how I played 2, which I knew everything around each corner kind of thing. Which is why I like Scholars, for the reasons of, you know, everything was kind of shuffled around a bit. That I really enjoyed. So I'm really hoping 3 is graphically and, you know, capably engine people summoning thing, you know, how Dark Souls 2 gameplay is and how mechanically it is. Everything that's good about Dark Souls 1 is, and then bits and pieces of Bloodborne, all put into Dark Souls 3. I want that game. I want that game. Harry wants that game. Owen wants that game. My friends want that game. And I want that game too. So when it comes out, I think, if I'm mistaken, something about April. I think I heard something about April, but I'm not really sure. I could be completely wrong on that. But hopefully when that comes out, I get to play it completely blind and enjoy the ever-loving crap beat out of me. And that's why it's in the number 1 spot. That game makes me happy. Makes me want to be happy. So, to recap my top 7 list of 2015 of games that I did not play, we have Alan Wake 2 at number 7, Until Dawn at number 6, Mordheim City of the Damned at number 5, at number 4 is Lego Worlds, 3 is Overwatch, 2 is Bloodborne, and 1 is Dark Souls 3. Hopefully you think the same way, or you've played some of those games, or you want to play those games. Hopefully I get to play those games next year. But until then, they're on this list.